Well, let's talk about the forecast, everyone, and the pattern, which continues to be well above normal for this time of year. Look at the next few days in Anaheim. We're going to have temperatures in the 80s. In fact, Saturday, a little boost in temperatures around 85. Then after that point is when the numbers start to come down, but even then above normal. So here's what I'm tracking. The Santa Ana winds, they're sticking around, and it's going to cause warm and dry conditions for the holiday weekend. It's not until next week when the weather starts to cool down. Why is it so warm? Well, I want to show you a different version of our satellite. This is using water vapor imagery. And what it does is it shows us the amount of water in the atmosphere. So a good way to interpret this is when we see the dark brown colors is where we have dry and warm air. And that is what we're experiencing over the West Coast because of this huge area of high pressure. So that's what we have in the upper levels of the atmosphere. But at the surface, we have Santa Ana winds, and that's helping to boost the temperatures even more. Highs today are going to be in the 80s across the area below the mountains, so very similar to where we were yesterday, and temperatures in the 70s in the deserts. Big Bear, 58 degrees. Now, today we still have a wind advisory over the LA Ventura County mountains until 2 p.m. Notice how the winds after that point, they start to relax. But don't let your guard down, because as we head into Friday morning, they are back. Tomorrow morning, the winds get a little stronger, and this direction of the northeasterly winds will continue in our forecast all the way through Saturday. We're in a dry stretch right now, but a reminder, we have had a lot of rain so far this wet season. Over the past few months, when you add up all of the rain that we've seen, it comes out to 14.11 inches. The seasonal average is 14.25. How is it that our weather is so rainy when we are in a La Nina year? And La Nina typically is warmer and drier for us in here in Southern California. Let me explain. What you're looking at are ocean water temperatures, and we're looking at the equatorial Pacific. So right here we have this cold pool of air. Those are temperatures that are below normal. But in the central of the Pacific, you see these warmer colors, the reds, the oranges. These temperatures are above normal. So these warmer than normal sea surface temperature waters in the Pacific are what's helping to fuel the storms that we've seen recently. It boosts and causes higher rainfall rates. And well, that is the reason why we've had all of this rain despite being in a La Nina winter. Now, for the next 7 days, we don't have any rain. The weather is going to stay dry and warm. I'm looking at the holiday weekend, and notice how the temperatures remain above normal in the upper 70s, low 80s, and that beach weather continues. But next week, the temperatures do come down closer to normal for this time of year. The valleys, the Inland Empire will be in the 80s over the next several days with the winds remaining active. Those Santa Anas just do not seem to want to go away. We'll have 70s next week for the valleys in the Inland Empire. I'll take you to the deserts. This is where highs are going to be in the 70s over the next few days. Over the weekend, temperatures come down a tad next week in the 60s. The low desert will be in the 80s. And finally, in the mountains, watch out for those gusty winds through those mountain passes and canyons. Temperatures are going to be in the 50s all the way through next week.